Hello, race fans! It's that time of year again. And no, it's not your mama's canned chili, it's the Chili Bowl Nationals. I'm gonna get you all geared up for the 39th annual event that takes the world by storm. So pucker your rear end while I break down this event, share with you the haves and the have-nots, and showcase what is one of my favorite motorsports events of the year. This is your Hater's Guide to the Chili Bowl Nationals. This event is located in Tulsa, Oklahoma, inside the SageNet Expo Center, which on the outset sounds like the coolest thing a couple of drunk buddies could come up with when envisioning a great time. A fifth-mile dirt oval inside a large building, bringing in nearly 400 race cars and stands packed with thousands of inebriated fans? I mean, damn, talk about a great time. This event holds a prestigious value, not only in dirt racing, but in motorsports as a whole. Some of the greatest drivers from around the planet have attempted and or won this event, many of which will be competing this year. Winning the Chili Bowl isn't as simple as having the fastest car, however, as it's comprised of 6 days of racing. Basically, a wet dream for anyone who has oil racing through their veins. These include 5 separate preliminary nights, all leading to Driller Day on Saturday. Be forewarned, the system on prelim nights, or more specifically how to calculate who got into which heat race, then each main event, is extremely complicated. You'll need a degree in astrophysics with a minor in brain surgery and a day job as a chemist to calculate that shit. My advice to you is just to sit back, relax, crack open a cold tall boy, and watch it all play out. Each prelim night will culminate to a main event, 30 laps for the top drivers in that specific day. The top 2 drivers in these main events will secure their spots into Chili Bowl main event Saturday. With those that finish behind, they will head to what is famously referred to as the Alphabet Soup, which kicks off the festivities on Driller Day Saturday morning. I hope you're good at your elemental P's or have a dictionary handy, because boy, you are in for a ride. The last time I had alphabet soup, it read ooh. Then I realized it was SpaghettiOs. These top 10 drivers who finish first and second on prelim night will head to what is known as the pole shuffle before the C-mains on Saturday night. The format changes more often than I change my underwear, so I couldn't tell you what they have in store for you this year. The top 2 in the pole shuffle will make up the front row for the A main, while the other 8 drivers will make up the next 4 rows. Now, to set the total of 24 drivers for the main event, those final 14 come from the end of the alphabet soup, which end with the B mains. These 2 individual B mains consist of 20 laps, adding the top 7 from each respectively. This makes up your 24 car field for the Chili Bowl. Now that I've done just as damn good of a job as a dealership breaking down your car's extended warranty on explaining the format, I think it's time we meet the drivers of this year's Chili Bowl Nationals. Monday's prelim night will feature the favorite, that being Kyle Larson, or as we here at the Dega Boys channel refer to him as Hung Money, because he's more liable to trip on his lower appendage and go end over end than actually finding victory lane. He's seeking his 3rd Chili Bowl victory after a track record of disappointment and brutal failure. Joining old Hung Money on Monday night will be Can't Drive Cannon McIntosh, who proved last year you can slide and not die. I'm sure there is a T-Mez fan in the comments right now ripping me for that one, but I don't care. Last year's winner on Monday night, Tanner Carrick, will attempt to make it 2 in a row, while Shane Golobic, who finished second last year, looks to replicate his success and make the A feature on prelim night once again. Also, 16-year-old phenom Brent Cruz looks to show once again that he can win in just about anything. I'm sure he can make a shopping cart look fast. Other notable drivers include Briggs Danner, who is looking for back-to-back A-main starts after taking benefit of T-Mez not surviving the slide job from hell last year. Sorry, I just had to say it. Also, I'd say look out for Joby Miller, Justin Peck, and the fastest broadcaster in the game, Dylan Welsh. Tuesday night is headlined by last year's Tuesday night winner and Chili Bowl runner-up, Buddy Kofoid. Let's hope the transponder is actually working this year so he can claim his first Chili Bowl victory. Joining him on Tuesday night is Hank Davis, last year's Tuesday night runner-up, an Oklahoma native and underdog favorite, looks to lock himself into the A-main once again. It wouldn't be a Tuesday night without T-Mez, Thomas Meserol, who can take his own advice this year and go for the slide or die move to secure a spot into the A-main. He's a fan favorite, and the building will definitely be on his side all week long. Let's see if he can harness the crowd tighter than his seatbelt so he doesn't need an end wrench to throw at the officials post-crash this year. Brad Sweet, defending high-limit sprint car champion, returns to the Chili Bowl with maybe a chip on his shoulder to lock himself into the A-main. Other notable drivers include the Toddler, Ty Gibbs, Mighty Fast, KTJ, Kevin Thomas Jr., Cameron Key, who is looking to return to the A-main like he did last year, Clinton Boyles, race car driver turned broadcaster, late model ace Ricky Thornton Jr., and female superstar Haley Bryson. Wednesday night, which by many is considered the toughest field of all, is headlined by last year's Wednesday winner, Corey Day. Maybe a bit of bias here, but I'd say he's my favorite going into this year's Chili Bowl. Can he show his immense talent and go back-to-back on Wednesday night? Joining him on Wednesday night is five-time Chili Bowl winner, Slammin' Sammy Swindell, who's been winning Chili Bowls since black and white TV and before personal computers. I'm not saying he's old, but his first Chili Bowl was the first Chili Bowl. Former Wednesday prelim winners include JJ Yaley, Jerry Coons Jr., and Alex Bright, who will all be legit contenders this year. Watch out for Dason Pursley, who drove like he had a kilo with that Colombian Bam Bam underneath his car in his heroic advancement from the D-main to 4th in last year's Chili Bowl. Also, Emerson Axum, who had a bit of a tussle with Dason Pursley battling for a victory in the Tulsa shootout not many moons ago. I'm sure there's no bad blood between them two. Last year, Chili Bowl A-main starters Cale Drake, Steven Snyder Jr., and Colby Copeland will attempt to head back to this year's A-main Chili Bowl event. Other notables to keep your eyes on include Mitchell Moles, Blake Hahn, Jake Swanson, Jason McDougal, and the Buckwalter boys, Steve and Tim. Thursday night's favorite, hands down without a shadow of a doubt, is three-time Chili Bowl champion Christopher Bell. With all thanks to Coach Gibbs, he will make his triumphant return this year. Winning a feature event at this year's Tulsa Shootout and riding a vengeance tour after the ultimate Big Daddy NASCAR screw job, look for Christopher Bell to lead the charge on Thursday night. Joining Christopher Bell is former Chili Bowl winner and last year's Thursday night runner-up Tanner Thorson, who looks to rekindle his Chili Bowl magic. Watch out for last year's Thursday night winner Spencer Baston, who looked damn near unstoppable until he channeled his inner hung money and put that mighty fast machine in the wall during the pole shuffle. Can he lead a redemption story for the ages? Watch out for last year's A-main starter Carter Sarf as he looks to make it happen once again. Other notables include Brady Bacon, Shane Cottle, Matt Westfall, Chris Wyndham, and CJ Leary, who will all be threats to your favorites come Thursday night. Friday night's showcase talent is Logan Seavey, looking to go back to back in the Chili Bowl. Logan Seavey has been so dominant that he looks like a cat that just toys with his competition. He makes winning look easier than pouring a glass of water. Everyone on Friday night has his number, that's only if they can see it in the distance. Joining Logan Seavey is Justin Grant, who is former Mr. Friday Night, who has forgotten what winning really looks like. Whether it be wrecking or backing his way into a win, he still finds a way to junk his race car. Look out for former sprint car superstar Darren Pittman, who returns to the Chili Bowl and hopes to make it this year. Joining defending A-main starters Michael Facinto, Ryan Timms, Michael Pickens, and my personal favorite underdog after last year's showing, Andrew Felker. Friday night can't go on without big names such as Sunshine, Tyler Courtney, Ricky Roundhouse Jr., who was rumored to have purchased a mirror prior to making the trek to Tulsa, KFB Kyle Busch, who is currently in his longest NASCAR winless streak of all time and now attempts his first Chili Bowl, as well as Santino Ferrucci, who has been practicing his aerial driving heading into this year's Chili Bowl. He can thank the city of Toronto for that experience. Other notable drivers include Gavin Miller and Chase McDermott, who I could easily see making this year's A-Main Chili Bowl event. Now that I've introduced you to this year's Chili Bowl field, leave in the comments below your favorites and dark horses going into the 39th annual Chili Bowl Nationals. After a tumultuous week in Tulsa, the Chili Bowl A-Main is a 55-lap slugfest with evolving track conditions and inevitable lap traffic to contend with. Whichever driver has captured that Chili Bowl magic throughout the week and puts together a phenomenal race will hoist the coveted Golden Driller on Saturday night. If you enjoyed this video, I implore you to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and stay tuned for many more great motorsports related content. Also, tune in on Saturday, Chili Bowl Saturday, as we will be doing a full day's worth of watch parties for this year's Chili Bowl Nationals. From everyone at the Dega Boys YouTube channel, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye bye now. Unless you want to see more, there's a video right there for you to watch. Yeah, I see you. Oh, you're gonna click it, huh? You know you want to. Blah, 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 blah.